Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Solo Leveling Episode 5. And I gotta say, first of all, right off the bat, just how the ending of the betrayal, the instant betrayal, and how these guys are scumbags, and just like, oh my god, I was like, well, thing is though, it might have been obvious though, the red flags were there, but. First of all, I think it had me fooled though, even though it may have seemed obvious though. But hey, I was like, wait, they go get supplies and all that stuff, and they're like, oh, there's a betrayal. Okay. But anyway, I'll get to that though, more on that though. But episode 5, another enjoyable episode, and and then also like just how it opens, like. We see our boy Sung Jinwoo, which in the show they're calling him Junwoo, even his sister. So I think it's his first time. So I'll just call him. I know I call him Sung though, but I'll just call him Jinwoo, right? But Jinwoo, that he's been, it's in a way how his his personality, always his physical physique, but I think it's a bit his personality has been changed a bit. I mean, in a way. A certain way, like how he's, back before that he was like all scared, running, and the scared kid he was, but now he's like more like fearless, and just shows like in towards the end where in the caves, like, oh, it's instinct, right? Instinct where he knows where the ants were coming from above, right? Just how he's being like almost almost non-expressionless though, right? He's not even phased by anything, because due to like the whole video game menu ability, right? Even when they're about to be betrayed though, when they're blocked in, he almost didn't change all expression, I mean, those type of vibes to me, he was kind of like in a way being like Shinichi from Parasite, which I know I had the poster right behind me though, but I took it down though, but yeah, but in a way, he was kind of like giving me like Shinichi vibes from Parasite. Like remember how Shinichi was? He was acting like the scared kid, But then ever since when he got stabbed and Miki fixed him right, and he's become like so cold and expressionless though. And so I had a certain vibe. That's why I felt. That's why I'm saying it. So I felt like I was getting like Parasite vibes from Shinichi, But like it's now anyway. But he's working out more. He's ripped, and even the nurses at the hospital are just like talking to him like, oh wow, who is this guy? This guy was like it's totally different when he first came in, He's just like he's like how he has a hot body now, and just like yeah, even the nurses are just going like gushing over him how ripped he is now from a short time of him working out, right? So one nurse tells him he's leaving now, and she wants to exchange contact info with him, but things he's kind of like being like a little bit oblivious, like, oh well, I guess I get just in certain cases and instances like taking care of medical bills or something like that, right? Okay. I think he's being a little bit oblivious. I'm thinking that the nurse wants his phone, just asking for his. Wants to give him her phone number, just for certain other reasons, right? But again, he's like I think he's being a little bit oblivious to that. And then back at home, even his sister is noticing, wow, you've grown like a foot tall. Because even he seems like now he has grown a bit taller as well. Not only more muscular, but he has grown a bit taller too as well. It's like, wow, you're a foot taller. So. And then afterwards, after she leaves, and then he gets a call from the landlord growing about the rent, right? So he has to start earning more money. So he takes a hiring a work, being part of this raid group, to work in at this as a sea level dungeon, a sea level dungeon. And he's also taking the part, also going back at the video game menu part where. Doesn't have to focus everything on his strength, though, but like other stuff like agility, and more intellect, right? So you get more just showing how he's just like, don't waste it all on strength, because yeah, he may have strength though, but but you have to focus do it also on other abilities, so like agility and case or intellect and stuff like that. So, and so he meets with these people. This is a group of raiders, which they have no healers. Which I'm like, I may like. I think that these flags may have been obvious for me to notice. Something may have been off about this group though, but I was fooled because because you have this one kid where he's wearing like full set of knight's armor, right? That his parents bought for him. You know, he's like in full knight's armor because and you think I'm just like how this guy maybe he. I guess that's the point. I guess they're trying to fool us, thinking, oh, since he's wearing all this armor and everyone else doesn't, think he's gonna be like the easy red flag to spot with. Oh, he's gonna be the arrogant of the group and stuff like that, right? But it turns out actually it wasn't though. The kid was actually just a nice guy and wants to help and so then everyone else they go into the dungeon. It's for most part it's empty, but then they find these holes all around. And it's full of these different type of insect ants, and they're hearing all the stuff, but they don't know what's coming from. And now with Jinwoo, you know that doing with his enhanced abilities, he can hear where they're coming from. And it's coming right from above them, and they're all just slashing all the ants. And even one ant tries to get the jump on Jinwoo, and just goes and kick stomps that ant without just. No, without any notice or like any like kind of knew saw that coming. He said that what it was. So, and the leader of the group asked to say, "Hey, good job there. How'd you know where they're coming from?" He was like, "Instinct." And so they're going along. They're finding more. But they keep on finding like more damaged or more dead insects, and they feel that the boss of the dungeon must be nearby. And then they find all these crystals can be worth a lot of money, right? And they said they get split 7 ways though, right? Because they're excluding Jinwoo, right? Because since he's a lower rank, you know, he won't be getting much of the spoils though. But the guy and the kid in the knight's armor, you know, explains to the leaders like how was it? Because how did it go in the contract though? So eventually he says it should be split 8 ways. Oh, he said okay, yeah, why not, right? Because and eventually they get to the end of the point where they see the boss, right? It's a giant spider, which I'm like, first of all, I'm kind of like, is it Kyokyo the if I mess with the name, I'm referring to that character in So I'm a Spider, So What, right? Okay, or remind me, or the other different giant spider, the spider demon in reincarnated as a sword. But this one's much bigger though, and they think they can extract the stuff, but they have to be quiet though because they'll wake it up, right? But when the guy says, "Hey, we don't have enough equipment to get all this stuff," right? And of course, it should have been obvious for me to notice though. But like I said, it fooled me though. So, but they says, "Hey, we'll be right back. We'll just go get some more supplies to get the stuff out of here, right?" And so and makes the kid stay with Jinwoo. And so the moment they leave that entrance point, then you get the instant betrayal of these guys are now scumbags because you see with the sinister grins and the glowing red eyes, you know, it's to indicate villains, right? You know, blow the entrance. So what they just did, how it shows how these guys are scumbags, and it goes to show that they probably done this with other people that's been in their groups from other previous raids, right? They probably done this to other people before too. So they show how they just got betrayed, and like I said, how Jinwoo like showing like how he was he's like vibes of Shinichi, right? Like how he's not totally, he doesn't show, pretty much doesn't bat eye, no an expression, you know, just like, oh, they betrayed us. But he has like show like no emotion for the most part, right? And then of course that when that wakes up the spider, and they're going to try to fight it though. But that's before it cuts away to the credits though. And so the kid, says, maybe he can try to fight it off though, but Jinwoo says, hey, you stand back, I will fight this thing. Just it says it just with such utter confidence. So how this shows like how this episode was, how it ended. Like I'm like, oh my god, these guys are scumbags. Which maybe thinks in the next episode, I hope they get what's coming to them, or if not, if they because we know Jinwoo's gonna live, right? So he's gonna wait to defeat the spider, right? So if they do, and hopefully maybe that kid will still be safe though. Hopefully that kid will live. And if he does though, maybe they can split the crystals, just the two of them, 50-50, right? Yeah, and I just hope those scumbag guys just gets what's coming to them, So I'm like, oh damn. Now that they do this, these guys are scumbags. Instant betrayal, But they still, like I said before, they probably did this with other groups, with other people that was in their part of their group before, right? Because the guy in the armor was now feeling guilty because he said maybe he shouldn't have said split it 8 ways, right? Maybe he should not have said that though. But Jinwoo was saying either it wouldn't matter either way, right? But yeah. So yeah, but this guy, maybe that kid will live though. But I'm like, I felt because maybe think he was the arrogant one, maybe he was the scumbag though. But it fooled me though, because I know I probably should have seen that kind of these guys or the red flags. I should have seen the red flags, But to me, it fooled me. Yeah, I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. So, but I just hope those guys get what's coming to them, So, and hopefully that maybe that guy and Jinwoo can split the rewards with them just both ways, right? Because we know he's gonna live and he'll wait to destroy the spider. So, but yeah, but episode 5 of Solo Leveling. Really a good episode. Another one. Just the opening with him just being he's completely changed now. Like his physique, his ripped body, and almost like his tone as well. Like the nurses, just find out they're just gushing over how hot he looks, and even his sister pointing out, even he's totally different too. Even before the guy, but the scumbags guys. I mean, in a quick flashback, the guy who was in that dungeon with them, we got his arm ripped off though. He had mentioned before, be aware of crooks, right, in the groups, right? Just be aware of them. So, but he didn't seem overall surprised by it either. Jinwoo didn't seem so surprised by it. Like I say, he's giving me like vibes of Shinichi though. But anyway, episode 5 was another good episode. I really enjoyed it. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you next time. Later.